What's up, everybody? It's a beautiful day to write some code. Let's get right into it with Leet code number 1207, unique number of occurrences. So given an array of integers R, return true if the number of occurrences of each value in that array is unique, or false otherwise. So looking at example 1 here, we have this array of integers. We got 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, and 3. And we can see that we see the number 1 is going to correspond to, we have 3 occurrences of the number 1 in here. 2 is going to correspond to 2 occurrences of the number 2 in here. And 3 is going to correspond to only 1 occurrence of the number 3. In this other one we have here, example 2, we have 1 occurring 1 time in this list of integers, and the number 2 occurring 1 time in this list of integers. And we can see that they have the same number of occurrences. So in this case, we would return false. So how are we going to solve this problem? We are going to create a hash map, and we're going to map every value of this integer array to the number of occurrences. And as we traverse this array, we're going to say, okay, do we have this value in our hash map? If we do, update its occurrences to whatever they are, +1. If we don't, make a new key with this value and start it at 1 occurrence. And then we're going to basically have this list where we have all of our integer values that show up in this array mapped to a value of the number of times they occur in that array. And then after we do that, we're going to iterate down all of the values of our hash map. We're going to say, is this a unique occurrence? Have we seen this value before? If we have seen it before, then we're just going to go ahead and return false. If we haven't seen it before, then we're going to continue. And if we get through that entire list of values and we don't find a number of occurrences that we've seen before, we're going to return true. So this will make a little bit more sense looking at the code. Let's jump into it. All right, hopping into the code here. So as you can see, our function header, unique occurrences, where we have the array of integers passed in. So the first thing that we're going to do is define a hash map where the keys of this map are going to be the values found in the array. And the value corresponding to those keys is going to be the number of occurrences in that this value has in that array. And we're going to be updating this value as we traverse this array. So let's go ahead and call this occurrences. We're going to set this equal to a hash map. And then we're going to iterate through every character in this array. So for character in R. And we're going to say, have we seen this character yet? Is this already in occurrences? If it is, update its value. If we haven't seen it, just make a new key and set the value equal to 1. So we'll say if char is in occurrences, then we are going to set occurrences at char equal to occurrences at char +1. Otherwise, we're just going to set occurrences at char equal to 1, since this will be the first time. So after we get to here, line 16, we will have this hash map fully populated, and we'll have every value in this array corresponding to the number of occurrences. So then we're going to iterate through all of the number of occurrences that we have found, which is going to be the values of this hash map. So we're going to say for occurrence in occurrences. And then we're going to do the values of this hash map, so dot values. We're going to say if this occurrence has already been seen, which to keep track of if we've seen this occurrence or not, we could use a list and check if that value is in that list already, but we're going to make a set. Sets do the same thing, except they, under the hood, deal with it faster. They use a hash map, I believe, under the hood. So we're going to make a seen occurrences set, and we're going to make this equal to a set. And this is where we're going to store the occurrences that we've seen before. So as we're traversing, we're going to say for occurrence in all the all of the values of our occurrences. So if we've seen this, if this is in our seen set, then we know we've come across a duplicate number of occurrences. So we're going to return false. Otherwise, we are going to add this to the occurrences that we have seen. So we'll do set seen occurrences dot add, and we'll pass in this occurrence. And if we make it through this entire check here, and we say, okay, for every occurrence, we haven't seen it before, then we could just return true. So from the top, we're going to make a hash map of the values that we've seen in this array, and we're going to update the number of times they occur as we traverse this array. And then after that, we're going to iterate through all of our occurrences and keep track of ones that we've seen and say, hey, have we seen this one before? If we have, we know we've seen a duplicate, we're going to return false. If we make it through this entire check, we could return true. So let's run it and see what we get. So quick little correction here. We have if occurrence is seen occurrence, we're going to change this to in. So this is basically saying if this occurrence is in the ones that we've already seen, we've reached a duplicate, return false. If we get through all the occurrence without seeing one that we've seen before, we're going to return true. So let's go ahead and submit this and see what we get. All right. Passed all test cases. So quick note on the time complexity and the space complexity of this. So since we are going to have to iterate through all the items in this array, we're going to have a time complexity of big O of n. And since we are allocating some memory for every item in this array, worst case scenario, we have all different values. We're making a key in our hash map for all the different values. We are also going to have a space complexity of O of n. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, feel free to check out the channel for more. Have a great day.